Oh, geez. I've been driving with my emergency brake on. What? No, I haven't. What in tarnations? Let's get that fixed. So it seems to come on when I'm at a near stop. And then when I get going again, it disappears. So I don't know why that is, but let's do a little investigation and find out. So I've never done anything relating to electrical, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to resolve this, but I'm going to start poking around and see if there's anything obvious. I believe there's a little switch thing down there. Maybe it's as simple as just that's not working. But it seemed like it was only coming on when I would touch the brake. So I don't know how electricals work. So it might be a little bit more complicated, but let's kind of jump in and just take a look at things. If I recall correctly, I think it just pops up. I think there's just clips. Oh yeah, it's coming. You want to undo the leather shroud thingy here. Oh, jeez. So I'm going to do that and pull this thing off. And I think there's a connector, so I'll have to disconnect that for the entertainment unit. So here you can see is the switch. So when the emergency brake is down, it hits it. When it's up, it doesn't. So let me turn the car on and just kind of play around with this. Okay, so emergency brake. Oh, fuck. I can't turn that off because I don't have. All right, back to what I was saying. The switch seems to be working correct. I was gonna take this switch off and play around with it, but honestly, it seems like it's working fine. It engages and turns on and off as needed. The issue may be up here in the cluster. But before I start taking that stuff apart, I want to go look at some wiring diagrams and just kind of get a better understanding. I would think it's just like a single circuit that would not be attached to anything else like the ABS or anything like that, but it did seem like the light was only coming on when I touched my brakes. So let me take a look at some circuit diagrams or schematics and yeah, see what I find. I was taking a look at my repair manual. It does have wiring diagrams, but they weren't working, some technical issue.
What the heck?
I also realized I don't think I'd be able to read those things anyways. I'm too dumb for that stuff. So I kept reading, and I did see that light is called the brake system warning light or something or other. And it's not just connected to the emergency brake. It's connected to the brake fluid sensor, which tells you when your brake fluid is low. So I think this is kind of making sense. The light was only turned on when I was braking. So I think A, as you depress the brakes, it kind of sucks the fluid and lowers the level. And B, the inertia of braking was probably sloshing the fluid around and triggering that sensor, which is why it was coming on and off kind of almost unpredictably. I did check my brake fluid and it is fairly low. It's right above the minimum line. So let's go grab some brake fluid and top her off. So we got the brake fluid. The manual says .3, meeting some standard MVSS 116. So I believe this is the right stuff. And let's see if I can do this one hand. You just want to be careful not to get crud in here or water. All right, that looks about full. Let's take it for a test drive and see if that fixed the issue. Fingers crossed, baby. Okay, that worked. I fixed the problem, so that's awesome. I learned something. Didn't even have to get my hands dirty. So that's it. Who would have thought that little light that turns on when I pull the emergency brake also tells you when your brake fluid is low. Look at me learning. All right, that's it. Take care.